This is a criminal case. This is not a civil case. He wants him to go to jail.
Today, some serious allegations in Potomac. Kandi Burruss is here to tell us what she thinks about Kenya's fabulous return.
Fabulous. Going with the wind, fabulous.
And to dish on all the other drama down in Hotlanta.
You can call me you can call me but to call me motherfucking fake is wrong.
This is your reality check.
Are you nervous?
A little.
Hey guys, I'm Andrea Belke, filling in for Lyndsey Rodrigues, and with me is People.com writer and reporter Dave Quinn.
Hey.
I feel like you know something about everything that's going on in pop culture and Housewives, so this is perfect.
I am ready.
And today we are joined by singer-songwriter and Real Housewives of Atlanta vet Kandi Burruss. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
How are you doing? You look fabulous.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm just hanging out here in New York.
We are so happy to have you in
We're
the
excited
city.
to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, talk about your dungeon show that you wrapped up.
Ah.
So let's get right into it first and kick off today with today's top 5. All right, starting with number 5, Gigi Says I Do. YouTube star and activist Gigi Gorgeous tied the knot on Friday with longtime partner Nat Getty in a gorgeous gown made by Project Runway alum Michael Costello. Look at them. Now, Gigi worked closely with Costello to design the gown, meeting multiple times with the designer to discuss her dream dress. The fairy tale wedding took place at a stunning beachfront at Rosewood Miramar Beach. Gigi looked amazing. What do you guys think of that dress, the look, and everything?
Oh, she's beautiful. The whole look, everything is amazing.
And Kandi, if you could relive your wedding, would you? Do you have a favorite part?
Relive? I mean, I don't know if you had a chance to see my wedding. It was on Kandi's wedding. We had a special for it. But when I tell you I had lions greeting you when you walked in the front door, I had 100 dancers with feathers. We recreated the whole Coming to America theme.
Wow.
It was crazy. I had BBD performing at my reception. I had I just had so many like performers and artists, and everything was just over the top. It was crazy.
Were you able to enjoy it, or was it all very stressful because it was so elaborate?
Well, I really enjoyed the reception part. Now, obviously, because we were taping, the beginning of it was pretty stressful.
Yeah.
As far as the dresses, shout out to Rico Chappelle. He designed my dress, but he actually was finishing dresses at the wedding.
Oh my gosh.
So he
So
had,
he win?
yes, I mean, like not just my dress, but the bridesmaids.
Wow.
So he had the wedding was a little late,
Okay.
but it was the bomb wedding. People were drinking all night. They were drunk by the time the wedding started. So it was
Sounds like
crazy.
some great memories.
And
I
it was
just remember
nonstop food, let me tell you, because you know I love good food.
All right, number 4, Sophia Richie and Kylie Jenner head for Turks and Caicos to celebrate the launch of Kylie Skin. So Sophia went on to post photos of herself at the beach with the caption, "On a mission to tan, aren't we all?" Kylie commented, "Perfection." Now, in recent weeks, Richie, who has been dating Kourtney Kardashian's ex Scott Disick for about a year and a half, has been spotted spending more time with the members of the Kar Jenner clan. This girls' trip just happens to be the latest. I'm glad they're all getting along, right? Do you have a favorite girls' trip that you took with the Atlanta ladies?
Oh, with the Atlanta ladies, I just thought you just meant girls trip.
Or just a regular girls' trip. Do you have a wild girls' trip?
Well, you know, for my birthday, like a year ago, we went to Vegas and it was crazy. There was a lot of pictures on Instagram that you can go back and see. But I would say with the ladies, I have to say my favorite trip was going to Africa. Was going to Africa because that's when I first met my husband.
Yeah.
I loved that trip. That was such a
Such
great
an epic way to meet your
experience.
husband just on a trip to Africa.
Yeah, and it was so random and unexpected. Like, I
That's
mean,
You had seen
wonderful.
like a psychic when you were at that trip, right? Who like said that you were going to meet him around that
yeah,
time.
the psychic that we had to meet with, he said, "Your husband is right here, right now." And I was looking like, "Pfft, you're right." But it just so happened that my husband was the new production manager at the time. So he was there while we were on set, and we didn't know each other yet, though.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, speaking of Kylie Jenner, she recently clapped back at YouTube influencer Amanda Enzing for accusing her of copying her Instagram post. Drama. After Kylie posted a similar picture to Amanda's. Now, Amanda commented, "This photo looks awfully familiar," to which Kylie responded, "From the words of Kim K, you're not on my mood board, but I did get my inspo off Pinterest." Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Also, there's only so many ways to cover yourself when you're nude, right? Are you the type to clap back on on Instagram, or what is your approach there?
I'm more of a block delete girl. I block you and delete, you're out of there.
What about you, Dave?
I'm a mute. I wish I could mute people in real life, but being able to just mute someone.
But that means you're the only one that don't see them.
Yeah.
I want anybody that come to my page not to see you.
See,
Okay?
Yeah.
Block.
Block, bye. All right, at number 2, Bethany Frankel showed off her new beau this weekend in a recent Instagram post with the caption, "I like me better when I'm with you." Very sweet. Now, while most of the comments were positive, others wrote, "How old is he?" To which she responded, "He is 12. I go to prison next season." So she's got a sense of humor with it. Now, Frankel's heartfelt post came one day after she sat down for a Real Housewives of New York City reunion, during which she said she was doing well and continuing to heal almost a year after her former boyfriend's sudden death last August.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, she's been through a lot. How do you approach when people comment about your relationship? Because here Bethany puts it out there with her new beau, and people come for her and they're mean, and it's so rude.
Well, you know what? It's like, I don't really feel like anybody has the right to say anything about my relationship. I just kind of like, I block. Exactly. Block, delete.
And I'm really happy for Bethany. She seems like they're doing well.
They're in a great position now. They actually have a place together up in Boston, so it's a long distance, but they're still seeing one another a lot because she's in New York.
So how old is he?
He's not that much younger than her. I think
Oh,
he's like
okay.
pretty close to her.
People
age.
are just
Actually,
being a
don't
little
remember off the top of
dramatic.
my head.
Speaking of...
He looks good.
Yeah, he does look really good. All right, speaking of relationships, at number 1, Ashley Darby says she had a breakdown after allegations of her husband, Michael, groping a cameraman have surfaced. So during last night's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, Ashley revealed to her co-star Giselle Bryant on the phone, saying we had a preliminary case and the judge threw it out. She went on to say, "We're actually stronger than ever." Now, when speaking to the cameras, she admitted she had a little breakdown when she first received the notice. Dave, you actually broke this story for us. So can you tell us what happened?
Well, it was on the last night's episode. They kind of walked through the experience. You know, the thing with Ashley is that she really can't talk a lot about what's going on because it is a legal matter. And we've now learned that the case was dropped eventually by the court system because there wasn't sufficient evidence. But at the time of this episode's filming, everybody in the cast was just finding out about what was going on, which was that Michael had been accused of groping a cameraman's behind. During the filming. They were actually at Monique's baby shower, essentially, her rainbow party for her baby.
And it was thrown out, but I'm sure we're going to see a lot more as the season progresses.
Right, so we're going to see kind of how everybody is reacting to that, and that's what last night's episode was really all about.
All right, let's jump right into last night's drama, where the Gropegate allegations came to light. Take a look.
Gropegate.
Oh, hell no.
Allegedly grabbed cameraman's butt. What?
Karma does not play. I've been saying that for a long time.
I told you so.
Now, Ashley mentioned that the timeline of Robin's story coincided with the allegations by the cameraman. However, the case was dropped. Do you guys believe it? What is your take on all of this?
Well, I don't know her husband, or I don't really know her, so I can't really say what I think. I don't think anything. You know, I'm just like, it could have been playful. Like, you know, you never know what the situation is, and so I choose not to speak on it if there is nobody there with actual receipts. Because you know how on our shows, on the Housewives, people throw out all kind of accusations, but I need some receipts.
For me, it's a really rare experience because we haven't seen something like this before in the Housewives, where the fourth wall is really breaking here. They're talking about things, and you actually, in your season this year, last season, had a little bit of a fourth wall break with the Closet Gate situation. So what is it like when the fourth wall is breaking and you realize that the show is going to be talking about stuff that's happening behind the scenes?
Well, because it's always weird when you're in that situation. You don't know. I'm like, okay, are we dealing with like real life to where people are gonna, you know, we can say, yeah, well, when I was sitting there and the cameraman was over here, because normally we never refer to a cameraman or being taped. You never hear us say, yeah, we're taping or anything referring to this is not just us sitting here, you know? So when we do get to, you know, cross that line, it feels better to me because I'm like, people know that there's somebody else in the room.
Yeah, we know it's a show and that's all going on.
Exactly. And so I just want to keep it all the way 100. So I actually like it better because if not, then you have to come up with some great grand excuse of why this situation happened.
Yeah. It also seems that a lot of the season's drama is being drummed up by none other than Giselle. So take a look at this clip.
I'm not the one that even began to bring it up at the table. You brought it up.
Okay, fine. I brought it up. But I brought it up because I felt like we would be better friends if we told her right at the door.
Do you think we should have pulled her to the side instead?
Dave, what do you make of this clip?
Listen, every season needs a bone collector, and that's exactly what Giselle is doing in this case. She needs to stir up the drama. She needs to make sure that she's kind of carrying through the storyline.
Do you agree? Is Giselle the bone collector here?
You know what? I mean, it's possible that she very well may be, although, Giselle, you know I love you, girl. But, I mean, it's like when we're doing this Housewives thing, how does the story keep continuing? I mean, somebody is going to tell what happened in the last conversation or whatever to the next person. That's how the story continues. I mean, otherwise there would be no story if I just had a different thing I'm bringing up every day.
Yeah.
You know, I have to continue what happened yesterday.
Now, the ladies were at your dungeon party, your tour, so did you notice any tension there, or was it all fun?
I thought it was all fun. You know, I didn't really... Honestly, I didn't know what was going on with them. I was just happy to know that they came and to support me. So I was happy.
What was the wildest thing that happened on that tour? I'm so bummed. We should have went.
We really should have.
I can tell you the wildest thing. The thing that I will say is, like, we do some pretty wild stuff as the performers on stage, but it's a very interactive show where we bring on a lot of people from the audience. And I would say that the audience people that we brought on has done way more than we've done on the stage.
Oh my
All right, we have so much more to
Just
talk.
let your imagination run away with that.
I'm
We
gonna
are.
be
A
spinning
lot more to
about
talk
it.
about. We're going to take our first break of the show, and when we come back, we're going to chat more with Kandi about the upcoming season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. I'm still here with People.com's Dave Quinn, Housewives expert, right? And also on the couch with us is Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kandi Burruss.
Hey.
You're a lot of fun. Every time you come here,
you.
you're always a blast, so thank you. Okay, Kandi, last week, Kenya Moore announced to return to the Real Housewives franchise with an Instagram post stating she snatched a peach. This is all very excited. What are your thoughts of her returning to the show?
Of course, I'm super excited and happy about it. You know, from the time they said that she may not be coming back, I was bugging everybody like, yo, this cannot happen. I definitely wanted Kenya to be a part of the show. I made that known to everybody. It's not a secret.
Yeah, we knew.
Yeah,
but do you think she's going to shake things up this season? Is she going to be more calm? Is she stirring the pot here?
I think Kenya is going to be Kenya. And that is not being calm. I mean, she's a mother now, and I think that gives her a different, another level of depth. You know what I mean? I mean, she's a different person in aspects of family. But, you know, when it comes to the girls, I don't know if she's going to be much different.
Yeah, what do you think?
Is she pulling back the curtain a little bit on her life? Because I know that that was something that she was concerned about in the beginning of coming back with her husband and the baby now. Are we going to get to see that, you think?
I definitely feel like she's going to share.
Good. I'm so excited. We love Kenya.
All right, let's talk about this, though. Kenya and Portia both posted a photo together, right, with their gorgeous daughters. They both hashtagged it payback. So that was a little cryptic. What did you guys think of that post?
I think we agree with what that is, right?
Yeah, I think it's, you know, they were just making a funny comment because it looks like Kenya's daughter is grabbing Portia's baby girl's her hair or whatever, or her little head wrap. And so remember, years ago, Portia pulled Kenya's hair. And so payback.
Yeah.
From the kids.
And it seems like she and Portia have kind of made amends. Is
Definitely.
this because they're both kind of not liking Nene now? Why do you think that they're coming together?
I don't really think it has anything with them and their relationship to Nene, because last year when Kenya wasn't on the show, they were communicating. They both came to each other's baby showers and showed love to one another and supported one another. So I feel like it's genuine.
Okay,
it's
so I'm
just
just
mommy
reading
bonding.
into it about the
you're reading it.
Okay.
You're having fun with it, but they're just
Okay,
being
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do when you watch the show.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it must mean this.
People feel like everything we do is related to the show.
Yeah.
All right, want to talk to you about this too. So speaking of returns, you previously said if Phaedra was to return to the show, you wouldn't. Now, she recently had an interview with the Daily Mail where she was asked about your comments, to which she responded, I find it amusing because if she is that concerned about me 3 years later, I must have really impacted her life.
Oh,
okay, so what do you have to say about her comments?
I just find it very sad that she has no remorse for what she did. Like, it's like she didn't see anything wrong with that. Like, I feel like if anybody did what she did to me to her sons in the future, she would have a totally different outlook on the situation. And so I just think she should just rethink it. I mean, hey, if she doesn't, that's cool. She's canceled in my book anyway.
Yeah, I'm assuming that, yeah, your opinion on her returning to the show has not changed at all. I think you stated, yeah.
No, I mean, we're in different places in our life now. I mean, she's right. It is 3 years later, but it's not anything that you could really play down as if it was nothing. You know what I mean? I mean, if somebody says, yeah, I just accuse you of drugging people and taking them back to, take advantage of them. That's nothing. You should be over it. Like, really?
Yeah.
No.
You don't move that fast. What about Apollo? Are you still chatting with him? Because I know he got out. He was in a halfway house.
I haven't talked to him personally. I think, he's reached out to Todd, and I think they spoke a little bit right before he got out, but I don't know if they had any conversation while he was home.
All right.
Well, he never came to Atlanta. I think he was still
up in
Philly.
Philly, I think it was,
All right, you guys, we're going to take a little break here, but on the other side, Kandi is sticking around to play a little game with us, so we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Kandi is here and ready to spill all the tea on her castmates, right? You ready?
I think y'all about to get me in trouble.
Yeah, no, you better be ready because it's time for another round of Cast on Blast.
Uh-oh.
It's getting very serious here. All right, here's how it works. We're going to throw up a photo of one of your Real Housewives of Atlanta castmates, current or former.
Okay.
You'll have to tell us something sweet and then juicy about them, okay? It's pretty easy. This is easy. All right, let's get it started with Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Yeah, so what's something sweet about Cynthia?
Okay, Cynthia, something sweet about her is that she's gorgeous, an amazing model, but also a great businesswoman.
Okay, and then something juicy.
Something juicy is that she's doing the most online, popping up pictures in the wedding shop, before the proposal has been had.
Okay.
I said it to her, though, so she knows
Yeah, so
what I
that's
think.
all good.
She's ready for it.
All right, next we have Eva. What's something sweet about Eva?
Okay, Eva is actually very fun to be around, and she's a queen of shade. She's very quick, very witty, and obviously she's gorgeous, and I love her cool, laid-back style.
And what's the juicy thing? Something
The
you may not know.
juicy thing is sometimes she throws shade and doesn't remember.
Oh, like she had too much to drink or just...
No, I just think, the way she sees it and or the way she says it, she comes back later and says that she didn't mean it that way. And it's like, did she really not mean it that way? Or should we just take it that she did?
Or is she forgetting?
Yeah, is it like, did she throw a jab on purpose and is trying to take it back, or what?
Okay, all right, next up, looks like we have Nene. What's something
Nene
sweet about Nene?
Nene is hilarious. She's a hardworking woman, and she's a great businesswoman, and I love her go-getter attitude.
Okay, and then something juicy about Nene.
Something juicy. Not many people in the circle are on the same page with her, which is obvious. And I don't know if many of them are interested in fixing it.
Ooh. Oh, I cannot wait for next season. Get it on my TV.
Great. Okay, next up, Marlo. What's something sweet about Marlo?
Oh, Marla is a fashionista, and she's actually very caring and loving towards her family, which is something we really do not get to see on the show. Which, let me take that back. I think you're going to see more of it this year.
Okay.
But it seems like there's nothing she wouldn't do for her family.
Yeah, and then something juicy about her.
Something juicy. She cannot read. And when I say not read, I don't mean like reading a book. I mean she cannot read, like go back and forth with anybody. Like sometimes it's
Like she can't read the room, or she just can't?
No, meaning like if she's having a back and forth with somebody on the cast, she goes down in flames.
Oh.
Like, she thinks that she's, getting them with something, and it's like, ugh, Marlo.
Wait.
Your delivery, Marlo. Your delivery.
I gotta ask, we're gonna see more of her family this season. Does that mean she has a peach? Is there a peach?
I didn't say that. I do not know or control who has peaches. That is a
All right, okay.
Andy Cohen or Bravo question.
All right, Portia. Something sweet about Portia.
Portia is gorgeous. Her baby is gorgeous. And she has great hair. You know,
She has great hair.
she does. She has great hair. And she is fun. Yes. But I would say the salty side is she doesn't listen. You know, before she, actually takes the time to hear what you gotta say, she jumps on the defensive.
Okay.
You've been on the other side of that a lot.
Of course.
All right, thank you so much for playing, Kandi. And you guys, it's time for one last break. But when we come back, we're visiting another moment from reality TV history. Welcome back to the show. It's time now for a reality moment I think you'll all enjoy. Take a look.
Ooh.
Well, you know what? That was a while ago. I'm really over the situation. It really doesn't matter to me.
In this 2012 episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore and Portia Williams go toe-to-toe in Anguilla.
You're so good in ghetto. Okay? Really? You're a non-factor. Really? Is that the case? Yes, that's the case.
Portia is 10 years younger and believes Kenya is washed up.
And Miss 40 or whatever you are. Yes, bitch. From 40 your title. Fabulous. A bitch. 40 and fabulous.
While Kenya, a former Miss America winner, just wants the respect she feels she deserves.
But I'm also sophisticated, educated, classy. That's all a part of my magic, sweetheart.
Ultimately, Kenya puts an end to this unhealthy debate with an unforgettable one-liner.
You better preach now. Right? Fabulous. Gone with the wind, fabulous.
Gone with the Wind Fabulous, along with Kenya's epic twirl, will always be one of the greatest moments in reality history. Just ask Beyonce.
Gone with the wind, fabulous.
Wow, I love that clip. Kandi, what's your reaction watching that?
Oh, it's funny going back in time and watching stuff from, years ago, but that was a funny moment. I think we will forever be branded with the Gone with the Wind Fabulous.
It's iconic now.
Iconic.
Yes,
love it.
it's iconic. Kenya,
All
she
right.
definitely tagged that.
Whirl.
Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you to my guests, Dave Quinn, and of course, the beautiful Kandi Burruss. Thank you for being here, Kandi. Did you have a good time?
I had an awesome time.
Yes. You definitely have to come back next time when their season premieres. Will you do that?
Sure.
Sounds good. All right. Remember, you can now catch a reality check on Twitter each day at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time by following People. I'm Andrew Belke, and we'll check you tomorrow. Bye.